just want to stream and not be in real life.
Yeah. I'll send you the code. So I've been feeling good about our last lesson. I felt like I've just like leveled up overall in that aspect of just like kind of it's helped me become more like patient and just like more thoughtful with like getting out of the corners and like when to attack.
Word.
You know?
Okay, so let me look real quick at my lesson database. Holiday, I think
All
this is
right.
your third lesson?
It's my third.
I see one here on the 18th, and then, okay, one on the 5th. So you've been taking one with me pretty much every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Alright. So the very first time we talked about positional pressure, optimizing free hit, appreciating tech timings.
Mm-hmm.
The next one we talked about running shine, horizontal space, backing off when it's too late,
Yep.
and positional strength. Okay, so it sounds like we kind of went over some neutral tools, some neutral game, adding a little bit of your
Yeah.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's helped out a lot.
awesome.
So right now, like obviously I'm not perfect at those things, like still, but I have improved in them.
Good.
Right now I feel like there's no like big things that I can think of. And so far I've been practicing a lot with like a lot of other good players, and I feel like the biggest thing that like I see a lot is like I'll get the opening, and then I just will end up like dropping it at some point
Okay.
compared to them who will take it a lot further, like rather it be like edge guarding or just punishes in general.
Okay. So it sounds like combo theory is something we kind of want to work
Yeah.
on today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. If I could play
Like
one
it,
character today, what would it be?
um, trying to think. Marth or Sheik, one of those two.
All right, why don't I just play with Martha first and
Okay.
actually let me play Sheik just because
Yeah.
my Martha might break a lot of the rules with you, so like we'll take it one step at a time. All right, that's good. Okay. I like the layer you did. Attack twice.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not very confident. Okay. Nice positioning. Alright, nice. Right. So how do you feel? Was that representative of like a normal game for you?
You talking about from like my perspective or just like in
I mean,
general, like
yeah.
in my own skill?
I mean, I don't know. Just like how do you feel against Sheik, and how did that feel?
Um, I feel all right. I mean, that felt like fine. Like obviously, like it's like you don't main Sheik, so it's not like you know what I mean. But
Hmm.
um,
Okay, things I was noticing from your side of the game was that you dropped a few shine follow-ups, right?
yeah,
And there were a couple times you did like an early up smash at like 20 or 30, and I would just like grab the edge, or you had no follow-up.
okay,
Right.
yeah,
So this type of punish will work better on fast fallers when up smash will guarantee combo, right? But
yeah.
I need you to find more consistent damage in other ways.
So you're talking about like off of like wave shine like this, and then I'll up smash early,
Yeah.
and then you're just
That percent is a little bit better, but actually, like right now, if you up smash me, it's like almost no follow up. Right? You get like one aerial, and then I just keep going away and away and away. Right?
So would you? I mean, like I know it's hard. I could do like wave shine, turn around up tilt into something, which it's like harder to do, you know. But
The way
is
I
that
would
something you're
normalize
talking
it,
about?
yeah, the way I would normalize it is you have a lot of situational ones up till down till aerials, right? You can do aerials
Yeah.
too. The way I would normalize it is if you can't figure out the best one out of all of those situational ones, to do grab. Grab has the most universal outcome, right? You up throw
Okay.
and then you just do damage, right? At almost every percent you can do consistent damage,
Yeah.
right? And you definitely described a few situational ones which might find you a better situational kill, right? You might like down tilt to up air for that perfect percent, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I want you to not start that way. I don't want you to start with the exceptions, right? I want to start you with the rule. So the general rule of thumb for Sheik is you're gonna shine and then grab and then do stuff to keep her up or off the stage, right? And so when I first started this lesson, I said combo theory, right? So the basic
Yeah.
sense of combo theory in Melee is quite simple, right? You keep people above you until they lose their jump, right? And there'll be some times where she jumps and you just can't stop her from coming back down, and that's fine, right? But if you ever do hit me, so like do like 3 up smashes. All right, now do one more. All right, so
I
like
can't really follow up that.
well, okay, hold up, right? So even though you can't follow up on this is one of the basic parts of combo theory, which is I'm now above you and you're below
When
me.
you come down.
Yeah, exactly. All you have to do is guard the bottom. You don't have to jump right here. Like, the biggest mistake you can do is a turnover, which is you're in the sky and I'm on the ground, right? And this is a mistake a lot of foxes do, which is they'll land a hit and then they'll commit to a turnover, or they'll position themselves for a turnover, right? So
Yeah.
right here, I'm still in hit stun. I'm about to wiggle out, right? You don't respond to the wiggle out. You respond to what I do after the wiggle out.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 things that can happen. One is I could just drift down to the stage, right? And you might have to hard commit to breaking that. But the other one is I commit to anything and then you punish that, right? If I fair, if I double jump,
Yeah.
that gives you time to do stuff, right? And all you have to do, dude, is either keep me above or keep me off stage, right? Simplify your move choice at this point. Now that you've already set me up, right? You just have to get below me and do another up tilt, get below me, do like a hard bear,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, this used to be like, it's not so much anymore, but it used to be like one of my big problems versus Peach. I would always just like, I would hit them like high up, and I would just try to like fish for an up air instead of just threatening their landing. But
Yeah,
I talked about it with my friend, and I've gotten a lot better at that.
right. So I want you to up smash me, and then I want you to prevent me from touching the ground.
All right.
Right, so right there, I did this jump. So after this jump, that's your cue to kind of like go after me and then hit me in the air. Right. So
Okay.
here's a big cue right here.
All right.
So I'm about to jump. Right. So off of this little circle, right? She only has like this much horizontal variation going left. Right.
Yeah.
So give me an up tilt. All right. Alright, from this little spot is where I started, right? I can only go so far left or right, right? So it's really up to you to just like kind of draw a line, basically where you're kind of standing, up and down right here. I think you're moving towards me, but you really should just be drawing a line up and down.
Okay. So right. Just like straight vertical.
Straight vertical, exactly. This is just to prevent me from coming in. Your goal is not to hit me dead on. Your goal is to prevent.
Just threaten it so you don't like, you know, like, it's like a risk of yourself to just try to move forward.
I would remove. Don't use the word risk. I would say you're hitting every single position, and you're going down a checklist in a way. Okay, so I'm here up, right, and you're below me. If I go left and you are still guarding this horizontal line, right, you just hit me. But if I don't go left in any way, right, and I fall with you, you're still left of me. You're still on the stage. I still have to make the next move onto the stage or towards the ledge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like you're threatening stuff. It's more like you're covering literally every single option.
All right. Yeah.
Right? I remove the word threat because a threat means like an empty kind of thing, right?
Right.
It's not to do an empty thing. It's more like you're guarding here, here, and then here too. In a sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? In a sense, right? So like you follow me, but you don't do all the attacks that I showed you, right? You literally just like jump up here and then kind of just see what she's doing, and then you put the hard bear, or you come up here and then you fall with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna just do a recovery, and you're gonna just punish it. Perfect, right? You just stay below me, because another thing about Sheik,
kind of kind of like confirming, in a way, like
yes. Right.
In that specific way.
Yeah, you don't go for the hit until the confirm, right? And here's the other cue I'm trying to give you, right? Did you see the circle?
Yeah.
Her like she cannot go like much further than like here.
Okay.
Right? Like you have to know the bounds of her horizontal momentum, right? And so based on this circle that you see, the double jump circle, right? That's your cue for your horizontal positioning, right? From this position, where can she go? And then you guard the maximum one in.
Yeah.
Right? That makes sense? And then you like... Yeah, right? So she jumps, right? So just stay below her, and it's almost like a diagonal line at this point, right? Which is like, she can go near where P2 says right there, right? But like, you kind of just draw a line from where P2 is on the pause screen towards the ledge.
Yeah.
Right? And you just guard that whole line, preventing her from touching the ground.
Okay.
Right? So like... Basically, if I go up here, you met me up here when you, sorry, my percent's too low, but maybe you stay below and up tilt or up smash, you know?
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to jump. That's supposed to be a wave dash.
No, it's okay. So like right now I'm showing you like, yeah, exactly. I'm going up, and there's not a lot of variation with like how I'm drifting either, right?
Yeah, like right there I committed like too high up.
Exactly. Right. And the same goes for when I'm not doing my double jump, but not my up B, but just my double jump, right? I can only drift so far. Her weakness in the air is definitely she can't choose to go too far from where she's landing, right? And the same goes on the ground. So like, ooh, damn. Okay. Look at where I am on the ground. Roll away from me. One more. There.
Oh.
Okay. So like where I'm standing right now, and then where I go forward is not very far.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the best thing really you have is like dash tag.
Like, yeah. But what I'm getting at is if you can see the horizontal spacing before she jumps, that's your cue for how far she's gonna go forward.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
Oh no.
Oh Oh, Jesus. And I can't jump. One of her best strengths. Remind me how long you've been playing?
2.5 years. What about you?
About 10 years.
Nice.
Oh, straight into me. Alright, you gotta guard that back here. Just put. So if she's not gonna sweet spot, like
yeah, I
like
tried
this.
to. I didn't realize like how far it was. I thought I could barely get it.
Okay.
Ah,
That's better. Well, what's good is that you caught the double jump out, right?
yeah.
So on this stage, Fox is stronger than Sheik because of the wide distance. Okay. So in any time Sheik is chasing you, you're winning the matchup.
Yeah.
Right. There are too many times where you're fighting so close to me. I don't need to move. I'm just F tilting you as I get. Yeah, exactly. So take advantage of the wide space and take advantage of the thing I mentioned this, which is she can't jump very far. Right.
All right.
Anytime I chase after you, one is I can't jump very far, and two is I have to stick to the ground. There you go. Alright. Okay.
Are you streaming this?
Yeah. My connection's not the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, you ran off a little too far. Right there.
Yeah, I thought I thought in my mind I was thinking like, okay, he's about to try to dash attack, but maybe I shouldn't like commit to like just running away like that off of that one thing, you know, and giving up all the space.
Yeah, even if I do, you ran away and shot lasers, right? So the furthest I want you to go away, if you think I'm gonna dash attack, and the other problem is you're moving away while doing stuff, right? I need you to stop doing stuff, and to like, so like I touched the ledge, right? You moved so far from like I think from here to like here and shot lasers, right? So like when I'm here and you're already here shooting lasers, there's no way what you're doing is gonna work, except for one instance, which is I came up as fast as I could, I missed dash attack, and then like I was right on top of you.
Yeah.
Right. So like you need to be closer to the platform.
Okay.
Right. And you need to not be doing something already. You can't be committing to something while waiting for me. Right? I know the laser's not doing something, but because it auto cancels or whatever the thing you're thinking is, but because you're losing control, because you're not accurate, because you're landing and then waiting, right? You're not being as accurate as possible. Right? What the best thing for you to do is kind of like threaten here and then back off to here. Right?
Alright.
But what you did was you dashed fully away, showing your back. Right? You fully showing away your back is only good against characters that are gonna ledge dash run at you the whole way, like a ledge dash fox or a ledge dash falcon, right?
Right.
Now, yeah, for you can crouch cancel, you can block, you can even just stand by the yellow triangles. Yeah, and you can even like retreating drill or drill. just like right around there. Yeah, and you don't have to retreat that hard, right? You can even start at the black line and retreat to the yellow. Yeah, exactly. Right? And this will beat my dash attack. Right? And it'll be in such a safe way where you're still covering other things. Like if I do get up F tilt, your little drill is far away from it, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm getting is when you're playing in neutrals, you're committing to a few too many things, and they're a little far away, right? So
yeah, they're just like they're just like kind of like tiny little like micro things, but like when you're playing it like such like a tight game, this game's so fast, like those things are like still pretty committal, and they just give up a little bit of pressure that you might need.
Yeah, yeah, and the lasers are hurting you, not me. That's what.
And it's like that's like the difference between just like higher level right there. It's just like that little instance. If you give them an inch, then the player's gonna take a mile. You know, you can't give them any bit of room if you have like an advantage. You know.
Exactly. So when you jumped back or whatever, you were already at the Pokeball, right? And that's just too much of the free ledge, right? Really, there's some version of this where you have to cover this.
Yeah.
Right. And there just needs to be more positional freedom. Right? So, like, if you're standing at the black line, pretty much, you have a lot of positional freedom.
Yeah.
Right? But as soon as you jump away from that line, before I'm even off the ledge, you gave up all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a full hop. Try to do those short hops. Maybe that was an accident.
Short hop. Okay.
Yeah. Because when you whiff, you're already closer to the ground. Yeah, exactly. Right, and then you can time it so that you don't do the rising one, but like a later back here too. Show me a late one. Yeah, that's a little better. And then you can also fast fall them, right? So yeah, there just needs to be a little bit of variation with how you back here, just because if you always do rising one, the hard timing is easier for me to avoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so when you delay it and get the last possible hard second, you give yourself the most amount of frame advantage. Don't do shine, do down smash or something, or up tilt. You're not putting your hurt box, far enough over the ledge.
Yeah.
Or you could shine, but you have to like move your hurt box.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a jab up smash. Shine worked though. That's fine.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a lag. Don't worry about it. Alright, hold up. Hold up. You were here, right? And I was here. Right?
Yeah.
Go back to this position.
Okay.
And then I think you like full hop backward me.
Yeah. It's one of my worst habits is just trying to zone just like this.
Yeah, you did it forward facing.
Most decent sheiks almost always just grab it.
Okay, so one is the thing that you wanted to do is not what you did, right? You did that.
Yeah.
Right. And then the second thing is I need you just to not full hop in this way because it's so slow. Right? You went from here to up here to here without any fast fall with full hop. Right?
Yeah.
You got the short hop and you got the fast fall. And you can nair, right? And you can drill.
Okay.
Right. Exactly, right. So I need you to show me a nair because you're still showing me these weird back airs where you like overshoot me. Yeah, exactly. So you can use your dash. You're not using your dash well enough. Yeah, there you go. And you need a fast fall too. I don't think you're fast falling correctly. I don't want you to go past me.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right, so there's multiple timings to this, and it's actually quite difficult. Right, good. So this drill will beat me at crouch cancel range, right? So from just this exercise alone, I'm noticing that one is you want to attack a lot. That's just your game plan right now, which is just hit him at all costs. Right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to zone with this back here, you wouldn't have thrown your body on top of me, right? So I want you to stand still, and stand here. If you wanted to zone with this back here, you would have landed on the platform with it, right? Or like here with it. But instead you like threw your body on top of me with it. That's not zoning to me. Zoning to me is throwing out a move where there's like no chance of you connecting it unless the other person runs into it.
Yeah.
Right. So you were just basically, I'm gonna hit him with this move. Alright, so go back to the platform. Well, if you really want to do that, that's fine, right? It's fine to have that thought in your head. I want to hit him. But right now I need you to display more control, right? You need to show me multiple ways to do it, and not just with one move, right? You need to dash, you need to fast fall, you need to do different timings.
Can also shield drop doing it like that.
You can't shield drop and reach
Maybe?
me. There's zero chance that you can shield drop and reach me.
Are you talking about
For zoning or for... Right? Yeah, well, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do, right? Because what I said is you're not trained to zone, right? You're actually trying to hit me. Right? You said you were trying to zone. What I'm getting at is your definition of zoning is not the same as mine, which is zoning is putting on a hurt box where there's no chance of them getting hit unless they move into it. Right? I was standing still here.
Well, I think that's what I think of zoning too. I think of zoning as like putting out hitboxes like right outside their zones, and like what you said, they can only get hit by it. But maybe in that instance that I talked about that I said was zoning, like it didn't come off that way because I was like going to hit you, but in my mind I'm still trying to zone.
Okay.
Like it's just that one.
What I say about this holiday is that your area for it is just not lenient enough, right? So like you're still going. This is still too close for zoning, right? Basically, you're saying if I even inch forward, I get hit, right? What I'm saying is this is more like zoning, right? I have to make a big commitment to enter it, not the first frame of F tilt you hit me.
Oh, okay, all right. You think of it more of like further away, like this, like you're over there and I'm right here doing it.
Yeah, and here's the reason: you're not gonna win if we keep doing stuff like this, right? If you keep thinking you're gonna zone and your zone actually enters this, we're gonna trade. You're not zoning, you're trading.
Yeah.
Right. You want zero chance of trading when you zone.
Okay.
Right. There's like 3 different interactions you can choose. Right. And right now you're not choosing zoning. You're choosing trading. I want to interact on the fringes of both of our things.
Okay.
Right. And if you're better than the other person, if you have percent advantage, stock advantage, trading's fine. Right. There's a lot of uncertainty. You're gonna just clash and clash and clash. Right. But when you throw out moves here, that far away, a little bit further away, there's zero chance of clash. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cannot trade favorably in these positions ever with you when you're this far away. You're still going a little too close sometimes, right? But if I run into you, I'm gonna dash attack one of your back airs. I want you to just keep spamming back air by Wispy. right? This is always favorable for you. Even though it quote-unquote traded, it's always favorable for you, right? And it's because your idea of zoning is not true zoning. Your idea of zoning is trading all the time.
Trading. Yeah.
Right. So if you're here, exactly, if you're here in combat with me, we're going to trade. It's 100% going to happen. I'm going to run into your move, try to crouch cancel grab you.
So you think of zoning like from like this distance right here?
Okay.
Well, I mean, Fox is, I don't know. What are you going to say?
Yeah, you're getting closer to the idea. Okay. So zoning is not, you're going to hit me if anything happens, right? That's trading. If you get close to me and if we touch a button, we both hit each other, that's trading, right? So what I'm getting at is zoning is looking for where I'm about to go, right? Zoning on FD might be a little hard because there's no difference in value. Right.
What my first thought of zoning, like what I think of just in general for melee is like Fox in corner, Marth right here, just like doing different like timed like fairs or nairs and keeping them in the corner.
Yeah, but do you remember when you said this? Okay, so if I was Marth or if I was Fox and you're Marth, right? And look how far away you're standing. You were showing me these fairs like here. This has nothing to do with, you know, them being on top of each other trading hitboxes, right? Marth is standing in such a place where Fox has to run in to get hit. A full run in. It's not just like he throws his hand out and he's already hit. You know what I'm getting at, right? So you already knew this concept in other matchups. It's just you're applying it wrong in this one. Okay.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Right. Do you think like versus tough, this would be like okay, what were you gonna say?
Well, I wanted to give you a quick example and then I'll listen to yours. A quick example is I want you to stand closer to the middle. Yeah, and then when you back air like that, right? Some of your back air will go onto the platform and some of it will not, right? And you want to do different variations of it. Exactly. Yeah. Right? That's zoning. You're expecting me to leave the platform.
Okay.
Right?
And like, even though I'm expecting, like, there's no way that it could trade.
It trades favorably for you, right? The worst thing that can happen is I run off, fair you. Right, exactly. And there are a couple times you're not putting it just far enough. You need to be a little bit closer sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes, yeah, exactly. So there's variation to the zone, right? You're not showing me the exact same spot every time, and then you're showing me different drift, right? Where you're starting, where you're landing. And the point is you're guarding where I'm about to be, not literally hitting me if anything happens. So like if I leave the platform, I run into the bear, right? So now because you zone that spot, I either run into it or I have to pick a different option like that.
Yeah, and then
yeah, exactly.
Ahead of that or something, well, you know what I mean? Like, or if I'm expecting that, like I'm expecting you to.
Well, yeah, exactly, right. You're getting towards it, which is you bear and then you land and do your next plan, right? So like the zoning moves are always non-committal. They're always gonna L cancel, auto cancel, you know, move into the next thing.
Yeah.
The point of zoning is not to like 50-50 the hit, like. You know, it's not like, oh, I got it, or I didn't. You know, it's like, no matter what, I was going to put the move here and do something else. Like, even if it hits or not, I was going to back off or up tilt or, you know. You can show me different variations, too, exactly. Perfect. Right, so, like, if I'm standing here, show me right under the platform at the edge. You're just outside of it.
Yeah.
So, like, if you move in even just a little bit closer under the platform, yeah, like this, right? So, like, the variation from the spacing is not very high, right? It's quite limited. As soon as you go towards, like, you know, more towards the center, you start losing this pressure.
Yeah.
All right, let me write this down real quick. So we're talking about a lot of lessons. All right, Fox. So what you were doing is you were... There are a couple things going on. One is you're zoning too close. Zoning in trade distance. And then another thing is you were tempted to attack from this position. This is what started the thing, which is you were on the platform and I was in the middle. Right? So like I just need you to have a little bit more control on attacking in this fashion, right? So like from where you start to where you stop.
Do you think like something like this would be better? Like that?
I think that takes 30 frames. I think you just literally just took over half a second to do an attack.
Wait, hold on. It's kind of hard to like I'm trying to short hop but then fast fall through the platform.
Yeah.
And then get it out.
Yeah, I see what you're getting. If you can practice this, and it might be easier without lag, right?
Yeah.
That is one of your zoning tools, right? But I also just need you to figure out ways to hit Sheik when she's standing here too, because that's what we started with. Is you were like trying to hit me or trying to zone, and I thought, in my mind, I thought you were just trying to hit me, right? And we went over zoning for the last like 2 minutes, right?
I feel like versus some Sheiks, you know, like I start trying to. I put out moves like, okay, I want you to run into this, but instead, you know, they're like, I'm not going to run into that. I'm just going to sit back and charge my needles because I know that you're not going to attack right here. You're just going to try to get me to run into your move.
Okay, I want you to stop moving, face me, roll backwards. Okay, you can literally drill me from this distance. You just need a little bit of dash. Yeah, you just need a little bit of dash. There's zero chance. Stop moving. Yeah. So go back to that spot I told you. Yeah. There's zero chance I can charge needle, cancel needle, and not get drilled. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I charge needle at this point, right, from neutral, as soon as I enter this animation, you have enough time to drill me. There's zero chance I can throw them or shield them before you're already on top of me. Right? Unless I already am in this animation and you're late. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as soon as I enter this animation from this distance, yeah, you're already winning. Right? You just have to kind of recognize that.
What about from platform? Is it like a similar thing? Can I just get up there in time?
Well, stand
like
on the platform.
If the Sheik's on the platform, that is.
No.
Like say we're right here and you're right there.
No, don't engage this spot. She'll throw it or she'll drop. No matter what, she's stronger than you horizontally.
Yeah.
Right. So one thing I'm learning right now is like you constantly want to engage with Sheik in weird levels, right? So like I want you to stand here.
Okay.
Right. This is where we started 5 minutes ago. It's just I want you to hit me better. Right. And right now the way you've been doing it is you keep on doing this one, and I keep on trying to tell you that's way too slow, dude. Every single time I'm gonna crouch or wave dash.
It's like something like.
You can do short hops. You don't have to do runoffs. Yeah, and you need to do fast falls or drills. Yeah, there you go. And so you can never attack me from here to here slowly. You were doing full hop, no fast fall, back air, or something. Yeah, Fox is actually so fast that he can actually go from top to bottom to left to right in any way he wants. Exactly. You don't have to attack. Sometimes you're grabbing there, right? So definitely navigate left, right, up, down just quicker. What is the best way to just say this? Dash, short hop, fast fall.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with
platforms.
I guess that's something to practice. I'm not really comfortable doing like short hops off of platforms and then fast falling like that in like certain spots like this. Doing it as quick as possible.
Yeah, and this
I've
is
never
a
really practiced that specifically.
Well, this is a lot of Foxes where they just rely on the full hop or the falling animation. And I need you to just touch the ground faster so that you're in the next frame or the next, decision.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could possibly happen is I'm standing here and then I need you to stop moving real quick. Can you show me full hop? Alright, yeah, this is literally the worst thing possible.
Because it doesn't, like, I'm not really threatening anything there.
Well, you were in a spot and now you're up here. Imagine if you were like more drifting.
And she can just like move forward with like nothing to be afraid of, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
no fear at all.
You did the normal full hop, just straight vertical. Normally you were like drifting towards me and falling with the move, right? But like that trajectory, that speed, all of that is just so slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Fox,
it's never gonna work.
You don't have to rely on that. Right, like it'll work against some people, and it'll work sometimes.
It might work if like they're expecting me to be fast, and I just kind of like delay it really slowly.
Yeah.
But that's like a mix-up right there, not something I should be doing every single time.
Exactly. Right. So we're going back to I need you to learn the general rule instead of the exception first. Right. So the general rule of thumb for Fox is fast fall, but when you jump, and jump fast, touch the ground. You're strong in every single position. Literally all positions on this map, you can find a 0 to death on me.
Yeah. Right.
Right. But there's too many times where you're choosing a weaker move. Right? Yeah, exactly. Right? A drill, or even facing me with drill, exactly, would have been better than any of the things you started this lesson with. Perfect. Right. So normalize your damage. One of the key things I say to Fox students is build safe damage, right? So with Sheik, drill, shine, or nair, shine, all of this is very safe damage, right? And all you have to do is do it from this distance we talked about. Stop moving real quick.
Okay.
Basically, as soon as we're here, you can literally jump on me for anything I do. If I forward tilt, yeah, just real quick. If I forward tilt, right? Oh, fuck, my bad. Okay, we're standing here. You literally have enough time to look at the forward tilt and then dash, jump, or dash, shuffle, punish it.
I could do like anything, right? Like I could run up grab, I could up smash, I could nair, I can drill up air if I wanted to.
Exactly. So recognize your dash speed, and there are too many times where you're doing something instead of just being right there. Exactly. If you were just right there, ready, right, instead of already doing something, right, you're like canceling something. Exactly, right. So if you're
we talked about something in previous lessons, just like cutting out the fat of excess. Perfect. Like before, it was dashing in the corner, and like you don't need to do that. Just stand still.
Exactly. Perfect. Right. So now that you're like aware of this spot, now you know that like she cannot just pull away the whole match. You can just recreate the spot, and she'll be scared. She'll know this before you do anything, right? Once you get to here, she'll show you her cards. Right? She'll be like, "Shit, I gotta back off," or I'm gonna boost grab
like,
you.
In that spot, like she has to kind of do something because like. And I don't really, and I'm not really in like a fear. Like maybe dash attack or boost grab might get me, but that's like such a hard commitment, like you said. So like, but right here, it's like I'm so
let's do it a
free
little
to
bit
do whatever. And Sheik feels like it's just positional pressure on Sheik. So Sheik is so strong here.
Exactly. This is the distance I want you to do it. I don't want you to go too close, right? Because if you're too close, I'll just grab you like that.
Yeah.
Right. But you're essentially getting it right now, which is your dash speed dictates the neutral zone. And you're only afraid of exactly these two moves, right? Boost grab and dash attack. Exactly. Dude, perfect. So now you're seeing this neutral spacing, and you're right. You can recreate it anytime. Sheik is not faster than you. Right? And you don't have to get closer than this spot until you're certain. Right? And
that's the only time I should be, right? Is when I'm certain?
Yeah. Right? When you stand at this distance, exactly, you can never get hit. And you have a lot of tools, exactly, to move forward, right? Even your nair will, like, beat all of my forward-facing things, right?
Yeah.
Nothing Sheik does in this animation really beats nair.
Yeah.
It's like power shield, really.
Can we, like, talk more about just, like, the Peach matchups? I feel like a lot of these aspects we're talking about now are... I feel like they're more... I'm more, like, it's more obviously weaker that I'm, like... I struggle in that aspect against Peach than I do against Sheik.
Yeah, no problem, man. I did this exactly.
I feel like it's pretty similar though, like of what, like you can stand here and Peach has to do something, right?
And let's stop your dash dancing just a little bit so we look at the horizontal space real quick. Okay. So about here is where you can reaction block dash attack, right? Or you get the soft one, right? And she can't grab you the way Peach can, she can, right? Her animation is just not as good as the dash attack, right? And she can't do any good forward facing hitboxes, right?
Right.
So exactly, when you're at this distance facing me, you know that you can't get hurt, right? And then when you inch forward to like here, that's kind of like the whiff punish zone, which is
what I should be like weaving in and out of, right?
No. And I want to just break it down for you real quick. So the whiff punish zone is you only enter it when you're confirmed, right? I said this to you briefly as Sheik, which is you don't get closer than to like this distance, right? Until you confirm, and you're like, I don't want to confirm, or I don't go until I confirm, right? Yeah. And the whiff punish zone is the confirm zone, basically. And this is where you can short hop onto me or full hop onto me. Exactly, right? So when we're far away, you can't hit me until you get to the whiff punish zone, and then you make the next move. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, try to dance far away from me, and then I need you to basically get into the whiff punish zone and wave dash down. I don't want you to drill into the spot. The reason I don't want you to drill into this spot is because now you're laggy in the spot.
Yep.
I need you to be free on that. Exactly. So don't drill. That's the one, right? You wave dash down and then you hit me. Right? Exactly,
Oh,
perfect.
yeah, I like that.
Right?
Good.
So you're outside of the zone, and then you get to this confirmation spot. And dude, you can back off when you get this confirmation spot. You can be like, oh, I misassessed the timing, I was late, he's doing something else.
And even like it's like that could just apply pressure to them that self. Like, okay, he went up to me, but he did nothing. But that's just thinking ahead.
It's like it's like poker where you do a check, right? You come in and then you check. You don't want to all in on all of your approaches, right? You don't want to just be like, well, I'm going in.
Yep.
So notice how with the Sheik matchup, you're a little bit further away, and this one you only have to worry about dash attack.
Yeah.
Right. Anytime she pulls up turnip too, remember that needle spacing, right? You can punish turnip exactly the same way, right? So turnip is actually 30 frames. If you think about it, from start to finish, turnip is 30 frames.
Have a second, right there.
Yeah, right. So it's very punishable from just your dash perspective, right? I would say the floating thing gets a little bit more difficult, and I wouldn't say
it makes it more complex. I've done some analysis on float heights and stuff.
I would say yeah. To make it more simple than anything is to not look at float heights and not to fight her in the air, but to more look at her landing. So basically,
you shouldn't really shield. Like, I feel like you should never shield when she's floating above you, because float cancel is gonna pretty much beat. Like, if she touches your shield with float cancel, like, you're still in a losing spot.
Exactly.
Right?
Fair is actually so strong that you want to just roll away from it or just not engage with it ever, right? So here's what you want to look out for. When I do this, I'm either going to touch the ground or float backwards, right? And there's only so many spots I can land. Right now, I literally can't even land where your feet are.
Yeah.
Right? I cannot keep going forward like that. She'll never like fair and then float forward, right?
Yeah.
Right? So like I'm here floating, right? So there you get timing. You get how long is it, right? So right now you don't necessarily want to be jumping. What you want to do is be engaging with your landing, right? So I'm here, and then okay, I stopped floating or whatever, right? And so now you know I'm coming down to here. Right now, it's kind of okay. You're showing your back animation only if you're ready. Ideally, what's happening though is you're like right here facing me. Right? You're already outside of the range just looking at me. That'd be the most ideal, right? But right now you're in this stance and you have to transform to what I just said.
Right.
And it goes
it can be tough when it's like tight timings,
Exactly. And it goes back to, dude, I really just need you to stop doing stuff so that you can get to right exactly where we're standing right here, right?
Right,
so, yeah, if I landed with this fair right here, so don't move.
I could just like wave dash back.
Yeah, well, just don't move. So the ultimate result is this. This is what you want to see. So even if I jab or whatever, like it's fine because you're here.
Yeah. But it can be hard to like get her to, like say you're playing Armada, he's not just gonna like. It's hard to make him just like whiff a fair like that. You know what I mean?
Well, one is not everyone's Armada, and two is all peaches have the same restriction. No matter who the player is, once they look like this, I let go of my float and I went forward, right? I literally cannot reach you, or maybe I hit your tiptoes, right? And all you have to do is be a tiny bit back and watch the landing. You can even drill or full hop my follow up, right? No, like if I fair and you just full hop on top of me, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do versus Peach. Like that's my like go-to is just full hop over him like that.
Exactly, right. Like but the problem right now is you're still just like doing stuff or anticipating too many things when you could just stop and recreate this. Exactly, right? You're still moving. You're still shooting lasers. You're like, but if you just give yourself time to not do anything so that you can act on the first frame.
A lot of foxes have that problem.
Every fox your level has this problem, where they're moving much more than they're deliberately moving. Right? You have no idea what you're doing deliberately, in a sense, right? You're like, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm here, right?
Yeah, like this, what is this? Like in my mind, do I actually have like a reason for every single one of these dashes? No.
You need more control, and I would say, there's reasoning, and you have some intuition, right? Like all new players are building this intuition as they play, right? But
yeah,
one is be looser with your dash dance. Right now, like, there's too many times where you're so tight where you don't have control. I guarantee you're not popping out and nairing perfectly, or, you know, like, you were pinpoint perfect spacing, right? Like, oh, you were just right outside my spacing, and that confused me, you know?
Yeah.
It's more easier for you to confuse me with these, like, long, baited dash dances than for you to do this tight timing.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me do a quick exercise to just see how you do on this.
Okay.
And I did this exercise last night with my friend.
Do you know Zamu?
I do know Zamu. He's a god.
Do you, have you ever done lessons with him?
No, he doesn't need a lesson from me because he beats me every time.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I played him with him. Good session with him on that play. He seems...
Alright, you can move. Perfect. Okay, so I want you to dash dance or move in neutral in such a way that you just don't hit the mine.
Okay.
So pretend, yeah, I'm Fox. Okay, so if we were in neutral, you would not run into that mine because I would just grab you or up smash you, right? And there's just a couple times you're still inching just a little too far forward.
Yeah. You want me to stay as close as I get as close as I can without hitting it?
No, the word is not as close as you can get, right? So the point of you dash dancing neutral is not so that I'm impressed by your skills of how close you can get to the mine, right? Right?
Yeah.
The point of it is that I think you're at the mine sometimes, and I'm gonna go for it. Right?
I wasn't even on that.
The mine is much bigger than you think. Right. And then now another thing I'm noticing is that you're not varying your timings.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can also do different things, right? You can wave dash down.
Yeah.
Why don't you do
You ever
this?
try putting like two mines, like one in
Behind you?
Yeah.
You can try that too.
Do that?
Let me just show you real quick how big it is, because you're still not noticing how big it is.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty big. So just don't even get that close to it. Right? Exactly. And then you're gonna notice another thing, which is you're back to the wall, right? You gotta have a plan. And so what you'll notice too is, like, sometimes you'll naturally just do things like you got close to this and then just double jumped, right? That's gonna happen in a match.
Yeah.
Right? The way you move and handle this exercise is how you're gonna move and handle neutral in real life. Because this is exactly what's gonna happen is you think I'm gonna up smash this spot, so you just don't wanna be there.
Yeah. How do you come up with these exercises?
This one was because my friend just kept wave dashing past the spot, like way far past it. And there's no feedback in normal game. I could literally just up smash you, right?
Yeah.
But this one is a stationary spot.
Seems harder. It's harder than I think it'd be.
There are too many times where you're pushing the limit. I don't want you to push the limit. Sorry, my bad. I want you to watch me do it for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even like I'm like getting closer than I even like have to. Like, see, like you're not even getting like super close, but like that's fine, right?
Yeah.
I don't even need it. Like, there's nothing wrong with not getting like up to the brink of touching it.
Well, you have to think about it from my perspective, which is you at any moment could go over the mine. You literally are showing me that all the time, right? The point is not to put your toe on the mine and be like, look at me, I'm perfect in neutral, right? You're already showing me that there's any chance of you going over the mine, right? If you just displayed more control, you wouldn't go over the mine, but I don't know that. Right? There's no way I would know you're never going over this mine. So just don't even chance it. Right? That's the problem with you right now, is you're still chancing it. I have no idea when you're going to go over the mine or not in neutral. Right? I could just running up smash any moment. Does that make sense? Like, you definitely look like I could hit you at any moment. this is a lot more control, right? And you're pacing yourself. You're doing some wave dashes. Can you show me like an approaching but fading back drill? Like you get closer to the mine, but then you drill back. That was a little harder.
I did not think that would happen. I thought I could jump over it and fade back on it.
No, your little feet will pull it off.
Ah.
And then even shield stopping might help too, right? You like come up close and then shield stop.
Yeah.
This is a very disciplined type of lesson, right? Where you just need to learn execution on controlling your movement and then respecting the distance.
Yeah.
Controlling dash dance.
To be fair though, it's kind of harder in a way to control it on that play, I feel like, right now.
Yeah, but the perfect thing about this, dude, is that you can do this by yourself. Right?
Yeah.
This is the best part about this exercise, is that you can do it by yourself. Alright, our lesson is winding up. Do you have any last questions that we can get to?
So I was talking to one of my, Cal. I was talking to Cal. Not, recently, but a while ago about just, how he gets better. And he said one of the things that he did was, he would look at the people that were beating him, and he would, if it was recorded, it would even be better. He would watch a VOD of himself playing them, and he would look for things. He would look for things that would happen, and he was just uncertain about. He would write them down. Then he would watch that same, just if preferably that same player, but if not, just a higher level matchup, and look and see if those same things were happening, the same specific things were happening or not. And then he would say I'm just wondering if that every interaction with somebody is unique and different. One thing won't always happen with another. So how is that really comparable if I don't know how to word it properly. I'm not that articulate, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. I've talked to Cal about this topic, so I know exactly what you're getting at. Which is, and his answer to this is, when he writes down a situation and he looks it up in a higher level match, there's one part that you're missing, which is he looks at a higher level match to see if he can find a solution to the situation, right? But he also looks to see if the situation even exists at a higher level. This might be something he Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're going through situations and then when you watch higher level matches and they never occur, that means you're playing the game wrong.
Right.
You're playing the game in such a way where it's suboptimal. Either you're revealing something or they're revealing something that's actually so suboptimal that in high level play this doesn't even occur.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right.
So one is your evaluation, and this is a fighting game term, right? Which is just what is strong and what are its weaknesses, right? Are a little off. Your evaluation is not perfect yet, right? You're still learning stuff. And part of that is not vacuum evaluation, right? You're not just saying back air is a good move with Fox. It's when do you use back air? How, right? We literally spent 3 minutes talking about how you back aired me off of the platform, right?
Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing about Melee is that the moves and the decisions are actually so complex that you can't just label it, I did a back air to zone, right? Which is what you said you did.
Right. Yeah.
We literally had to talk about it for 3 minutes about how to change your idea about it, what zoning is and all that, right? So when you look up these situations, right? So the comparable one is exactly the one we did on the platform, right? How would another Fox have done that? And the way I told you was that they would have faced me and done that stuff. Yeah, exactly. They would have just short hopped off the platform and done drill exactly like that stuff, right? So one is that you need to just pause some of your matches and pause higher level player matches, right? And do freeze frames. So go on the platform for me. Center. Yeah, exactly. So when you freeze frame here, what is the next decision? And in freeze frame and ask yourself the same question: what did I do? Right?
I did. Full hop.
Exactly. Your case is you turn around and full hop. You want to put a big zoning move there, right? But this situation does not occur in high level play. So pause the high level play match in this exact same spot, right? And then go, what did Fox do? What did Sheik do? Right, and pause it, and then play, and then pause it again, dude. Because each step is going to reveal to you so many things, right? as Fox is short hopping and I don't know, she does a wave dash back or something from this position, what you're gonna notice is, oh, she wave dash back and I would have been full hopping, right? You pause the screen.
Right.
You have to do a lot more pauses because the game is actually happening so fast that you can't understand what they're doing as you're doing stuff. Right? So there are a lot of times where you're doing your plan, but you're not looking clearly at me, or your plan just did not take into account what is about to happen.
Right.
Alright, why don't we just end this with a friendly?
Okay. Is your tag on Anther's mute play?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Mine's Skinny Cow.
Have you played?
No, I think I tried to play you, but you didn't accept. But you should play me on it sometimes.
Nice near.
Ah. Damn it. Nice rescue.
I killed you. Nice tomahawk. Nice.
So like right there, I felt like that was a similar one that was like super slow, and the only way it hit is because I actually
Well,
feel like you were anticipating something else.
Well, no. The sick part is go back to the top of the platform. Is that you drew a line. You drew a line from here to here, with the back air, right?
Yeah.
So you prevented me from gaining any center control, and I can't jump above you, right? The only thing I could have done was fair you, right? But the back air would have traded. So like with you falling here, you prevent this line, right? This line that I'm drawing with the Sheik right now, right? So it's not that you were zoning with that move, and if I just like walked forward, I would have been hit, right? I literally tried to go to this spot, and I got hit by it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Nice back ears. Nice. Nice.
No.
This is better damage than you were doing before. Good.
Ah,
All right,
good game.
GG's, dude. That was the hour.
Yeah. Play
Uh,
me on skinny count whenever. I'm assuming your connection's better when you're not streaming.
yeah, usually I play Netplay when I'm streaming, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's go real quick over what we talked about. We talked about zoning and trade distance. So there are too many times
Mm.
where you're
Talked
putting your
about
move. What's up?
like we also talked about just like controlling like movement in general and like dashing. And there's no need for like just like all that excess dash. You know, you can slow it down, right?
Controlling the dash dance. Yep, I have that part too. Um, that was with that mine practice. So that's one of your homework assignments is to throw that proximity mine down and to move comfortably without running into it.
Yeah.
We went quickly over the Sheik neutral threat range, and we kind of talked about it with Peach about how your dash speed can help you, and you don't have to stand in the whiff punish range or that confirmation range, right?
Yeah.
You can stand further away before entering that, and then confirm
Right.
only when you can confirm. So for homework, definitely do the mind challenge, and then
Yeah.
I also
I'm gonna do
mentioned
that.
doing pause states during your YouTube watching. So definitely pause as much
Yeah.
as you can during neutral game states, and try to ask yourself questions. What would I be doing? What is Fox going to do? What is Sheik going to do? And ask yourself these questions, and when you unpause, be sure to pause again fairly quickly, right? So that you can go over your ideas and what just happened.
Right. Yeah, I really liked just what we talked about today. That was good. I'm gonna work on that because I feel like even though like I have gotten better versus Peach, I still just like struggle in general with like just that aspect of zoning, keeping outside of a range.
Yeah. Soon you're gonna just be in that spot more and more often. That spot where you're just looking at her whiff,
Yeah.
and then you'll just full hop whatever.
Right.
Right. All right, Holiday.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man. What's up?
What do you think your problem